Hello everybody, welcome back Space Engineers. Kinda got the Skybox working. I think what someone said. I don't know how compatible it is. It looks a little weird. Especially right there. And by weird I mean awful. But I do believe they're doing something with the Skybox so they can rotate around planets at least. I'm not sure how they plan on doing it. Are they going to have everything rotate? Or, like, is our Skybox going to be constantly rotating? Or is it just when you're on a planet? Have, like, some transitioning effect? Who knows? Who knows? These look okay, though. Still greenish. Everything has a green tint for me. Hey, Tortwing, come here. Alright, so you told me there is indeed a better way to line up your thing. Your waypoints, and it's to be controlling the remote control when you do it. So if you make a GPS position now, Morilibus 8, and we get out, is it appropriate? It's still off. It might technically, let's try again. Let's do that again. Without me being in it. That will be less confusing for myself. Okay, get rid of you. Tortwing. Remote control. Okay, good. Looking good. Looking good. New from current position. Bam. And there it is. Well, pretty piss poor at putting it. I wonder if that's why mine's off. You know, when we go in there, we're off. Is it because it actually doesn't want to be lined up? What's going on? Who knows? Everybody, probably. All right, well, that's good to know. Thank you for telling me. I knew there must have been a better way. So that's good. Another thing we can do, let's take a pick. Well, that's a terrible view. At least for not smashing into things. We can set up actions for each place, which I forgot. So at each one we could set something up. So right now it's backwards. So what if we made it forwards? But when it gets to the entry, it does. Please let it be that you can set it left, right, up, down. These ones. Precision mode, forward, back, left, right, up, down. Yeah, okay, they did add them on. Perfect. So we could then switch it to backward, I guess. Does that just... yeah, that should make it backwards, right? And then once it's in there, we could do the opposite. We could set it to forward so that next time it does it, it's proper. I mean, that's pretty basic. Nothing fancy there. And then I think we could set it up so it would automatically latch as well. But I think they showed in the video, didn't they have to use a timer block to do that? And basically clock it, constantly activating. They did add this. Is this recent? I kind of saw it in the video. I was like, did they add that because they needed to do it in the video? So like, hey, we need this feature. Meanwhile, we've been like, give it to us forever. Okay, so we could do that and have it lock, but I doubt that would work. Okay, well, let's see here, sir or madam. What are you doing? This does not seem to be the ideal way of... oh god, this is going to end poorly. What do I want to hit? 9. Okay. Unless he does something fancy. Okay, well, he is turning. No, I don't want to be... I don't know if this is a good idea. No, this is fine. Yeah, we are way off. We're always like high. Now, how's our thing lined up? Pair bay connector. That's kind of back. I don't know. I don't know. This doesn't seem all that precise. Now we're stuck on stuff. Okay, autopilot disabled. But cool nonetheless. I think I just gotta get it set up better and then we can make it work every time. Boop. Alright, so what do we have in good old Tortwing here? Let's bring up our stuff. We're gonna do some building, I think, for the first little bit. Maybe work on the command control room thing, station. For that, we're gonna need glass. I was wanting to see how much glass we have. That's not gonna be enough. We're gonna need those two, though, because we're gonna be making interior walls. What don't we need? We'll probably need those. Man, we need everything. Steel plates. Sure. There we go. That's still not much glass. How's our volumes? Alright, well, we'll throw some in there. Throw some more in there. Definitely need more girders, so let's just get rid of those. Instead, fill it with girders. Brilliant. Okay. Let's start with that. Alright. I believe there's a change to projectors as well, so we're going to check that out. I have a dilemma. Kind of want to take a new, that's an interesting block, a new blueprint, but I don't want to break the groups I just made for those interior lights. So what I had to do, or what I did with this DirectX, wow, that was a, didn't say that properly. What I did with the DirectX 11, oh look, those have a new model too, or icon. I went up there, I broke, I think I showed in the beginning of the last video, I was grinding down lights and then welding them back up. So I went and ground out all the lights on the floor, and then made a group, and then I used a timer, or I used a program block to mass name them. So actually, if I do lose them again, it won't be a big deal. So it's these groups that I'm afraid might all break, though. I'm hoping they don't. Don't break. But these are the two I made. So they include, the nice thing with using the program block after the fact is they are named such. So even if the group goes away, I can just type this in and it'll bring in all of these lights and I can just remake the group fairly easily. As long as the group isn't being used in some kind of timer block or something that's going to get broken, we should be good, and it isn't. So, wow, I almost smashed. Actually, this looks really different. I don't know if it's just the Skybox that makes it look different. But yeah, I'm liking it. Okay. If we lose all of our groups, we'll revert. I'm hoping I can get a reproducible thing with that, and then I can submit a bug report for them to easily be able to reproduce, and then they can hopefully fix it. Because they did fix it at one point, because there used to be a huge problem with groups disappearing, and they fixed it. But this seems to happen not all the time, but I think we figured it out during the stream, if I remember correctly. Alright, so let's take a new blueprint. Boop. And what did you get called? Platform? I just look for the one that which looks the same as what we're seeing on our screen. This one. Details. Rename. Oops. Pipe bump microphone. Control room. Episode. What episode are we? 70? 89? 42? 89. Command control room 89. Alright. So I think what they did, if I understood this correctly, for the projectors, is they made it so only you can make it show just one layer at a time, I think. Oh yeah, here we go. Show only buildable. Cool. We're going to play around with that. Okay, so we'll turn that on, and we're going to load control room 89. Oh, I didn't stay with the naming. Sorry. Oh wow, it's been a while since we took one. Okay. And then I might have to rotate. Oh no, this looks good. I think I might try to load up this world in creative to move the pivot point back to the center so we can easily rotate our blueprints again. That was kind of something I did accidentally when we were moving stuff around. I moved our pivot point, and I don't think it's easy to get back. Okay. So we should, if I enable that, it will only show one layer or nothing at all. It's like I'm wearing nothing at all. Well, let's see. Totaling. Do you see anything? I don't see a thing. Project where? Is any of it projected? It doesn't seem to be working. Excuse me. Performance isn't too bad. Actually, what I notice is my frame rate's still low, but it feels like more accurate, where before you used to get like, it would say you had like 30 or 40 frames per second, but in reality you did not. You know what it is I clued in, and some of you may have already left this comment that why it's not working. It's not the same grid. It's not on the same grid as the projector, therefore it doesn't think this is buildable. There we go. That should do it, and let's go ahead and check our groups. Looks like a lot of them are still there. I was wondering about the ones that were part of this, but they're still there too. Kind of want to try something. Before we noticed, yeah, it was during the stream because we were playing around with that little merge contraption. And we noticed it wasn't the first time I broke it, it was the second time I broke it that it broke the groups. So separating the grids once wasn't a big deal. Separating it twice, but I don't know if it's like twice within a save load. Like if I save the game and did it again, would it be okay? How about I do stuff while I talk? Or yeah, I didn't want to weld that. Weld these things. Oh god, I do like this idea. One layer at a time. I think that was great. I saw it suggested a bunch after it was released, and yeah, glad they actually did it. Be good for performance too, actually, so you don't have to have everything displayed if you just want to weld a little bit, like what we're doing. We don't have to display, because it's probably trying to display the whole station somewhere, but it's only got a piece of it showing. I'm trying to think which way we're rotated right now. Where would it show? I guess it wouldn't, because I only took a blueprint of this. Ah, I thought yeah, anyway. I was thinking as if I was using a blueprint of the whole station, which I could theoretically probably do now with less issue. So that's something to consider. I might not have to break it apart with this feature. We could just load up the whole thing. We'll try that next time. So I don't know how exciting this will be, but again, I don't really have too much time to do any behind the scenes work. So, and I know one of you wants this, so I want to get it done. I do. What I might do actually is release the whole world as is. If you want any piece of it or part of it, or you can go ahead and take it and you could reproduce, for instance this, you could reproduce most of the other parts of it. Now there are parts of the control room that are obviously not done yet, the airlocks and oxygen and all that, but you could at least have it in its current state until I get to there, because I am not reliable at getting this stuff done in a timely fashion. Shh, phone. It's hard to see. I mean, it's easy to see, but then there's these phantom shadows that kind of confuse me. I don't know how much of this will get done here. It's probably something I do need to just do on my own, because it's going to be a little time consuming, or a stream or something. So let's see here. What was I talking about last time that I couldn't cut myself off? Oh yeah, what are we doing? Our plans for the series, or upcoming projects and such. So we do have planets on the way. Oh, we're out of something. Metal grids? Yeah, always metal grids. Let's just not weld those right now. We'll stick with the exterior. Although we do need a way to get in here. So I do have to be careful that we don't completely block ourselves in. Are these windows done, or they want to be done? I think they kind of want to be done. Yeah. So yeah, upcoming things. So the collector ship needs a lot of thruster components, and we're not going to get those from mining, I don't think, so cargo ships will be our go-to for that for now, unless something else comes. Planets are on their way, but who knows when they're coming. I think they said months away, so they're probably still a month away, maybe. I would expect, at least. What are we out of now? Glass. Bulletproof glass. Oh. Okay. Come on, Autopilot. Can you get us out of here? I doubt it. Can I fit through here? Yes. Line of sight me, please. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, we got more hotbars, which is good and bad, because I usually just toggle to get to the one I want. Now I'm going to have to probably use the shift. So, yeah, it seems it doesn't really know rotation when it tried to line us up. I kind of thought about that after our first little test, because I noticed I was always perpendicular or whatever. So, don't fly backwards, you jerk. Why are you flying backwards? Forward. There you go. You're supposed to change it. Okay, we'll leave it here, see if it actually does. It's very indecisive. Don't smash. What did I just say? I said don't. That's the opposite of don't. That's doing. And you're okay. I just want you to stop. Oh, you're turning around. Didn't I just turn this off? Did it turn itself back on? What are you doing? Now you're going forward. Now you're just leaving. Now you're like looping around. Okay, game over. I think you just reset. That's what I did. Just stop. Okay, that takes. We'll have to play around with that later. Potential's there. Use your error probably. What are the odds I remember what we were talking about? 0% chance of remembering. Thruster components, I think it was. Yeah. So cargo ships. I want to build a fighter ship. I've yet to build a fighter ship that I've actually really liked, so I'm hoping we can do that together. We'll probably tweak it out in the construct, I think, as I said. So that'll be one thing. I want to build a storage area here for our parts, which I think I did touch on once before. And originally I kind of thought we could, because someone had mentioned moving our crane. Am I out of glass already? I just put glass in. It goes so fast. Yeah, I think we'll have to set up like a dedicated glass run. Okay, let's do everything other than glass then. Come back for you, glass. Sorry. Let's do the floor. We'll do the interior walls and armor blocks. Hopefully, there we go. Oh yeah, it gets right in your face as soon as it pops into view. Guess that's okay. Expected. But yeah, the Xeno crane, if we can get that back and running. Someone mentioned making a barge out of it instead of having it part of the station. It could be its own little ship, so that'd be cool. I think someone mentioned a long time ago, and if I did make a storage thing, it should be like modular or movable, so it doesn't have to be part of the ship. So that, because we only really need all those parts to build the ship. Once the ship's built, we don't need a mass storage of it all. So in that line, I kind of want to do that, at least make it mobile. So a mobile storage thing inside the station that we could remove. Excuse me, me skipped a little bit. Thank you. So yeah, we could move it either, it could be part of the station, or we can unmerge it, undock it, and move it around, probably with the tugger. And we could hook it up to the barge if we get that done. Okay, I'm getting lost in where I am and what I'm looking at, and I think I'm flying backwards into something. Fly by touch. Yes. Might be easier to do it from here. And do the bottom layer and then fly up. You're not even rotated the right way. Or are you? No, maybe you are. Maybe you are. What do I know? So yes, that is the plan, and we might need to do that sooner than later. Before we build the collector ship, at least. We'll have to have a good stockpile of parts to do it, so we're not constantly checking what we're deficient on or which part wasn't built. How we build the collector ship, we could discuss that. I don't really know. I don't think we could use the crane, even if the crane was operational. It'd be too small. So maybe that means we gotta bring Crown Molar into existence before we can do that. Everything has a prerequisite, I find. And I'm okay with that. I tend to take things kind of slow, so I don't mind pacing myself out. Oh, we're out of steel plates too. I don't mind pacing myself out. I know for video though it might be less desirable. You don't get instant gratification. You gotta wait forever for nothing to ever happen. But we'll eventually get there. One day. So yes, that's that. The fighter ship could be done anytime, but we want to do that so we can get the cargo ships. Crown Molar we might want to do to build the collector ships, so we should probably work on Crown Molar 2, or Crown Molar also. That would be done in the construct. What else? I mean, we got the station itself I do want to work on. My main limitations on working on the station right now is kind of performance. I don't want to build too much of it, because every block I add, especially these ones, these are terrible, the performance gets worse. So I'm kind of waiting for the game to be able to handle my build, as well as my computer doesn't really handle my build. So it depends what comes first. If I get a new graphics card, then maybe I can build more on the station. Otherwise I gotta wait for them to either get into beta, I don't know. We could pick away at it. We won't stop here, but we'll flesh out some more ideas, but we won't be able to really mass produce anything until we get that performance. So yeah. Alright, why don't we leave that for now? I'm kind of out of parts anyway. Although we do want to... Yeah, I think I did the reverse thing. I gotta check. I'm pretty sure I just did something dumb. So it's flying the wrong way every time. Maybe. We'll go back to manual mode. What I should really do is just have the 1 and then fly in here manually and then hit autopilot and it'll just turn around and dock. Yeah. Alright, so for the rest of the episode, I think we'll flesh out the storage area for parts. Maybe just kind of figure out exactly how we want to do it. I just want to make sure we have a bit of everything before I begin. Don't need a lot of you. Go 600. And then we want some steel plates. Whatever you can take. Anything else we lost? Girders? Not that I think we need them. Okay. Good. But yeah, I do want to flesh out some of the station. I want to get kind of this figured out to here and probably this corner piece. So I want to continue developing this 1/4 of the station. I just don't want to get too far ahead. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure this out, but we're going to go with pretty much what we have. I'm just trying to tweak it a little bit. Maybe those look too skinny. I'm not too sure, but that's not working when I head there. All right, so let's set up right here, I guess, on the edge where we have some light. And I will probably have to... Oh, body check me. Grab some things. What do I have on me? Just take everything. Reset. Okay, take 10 of you, 20. Fine. Finger, do what you want. See if I care. Well, that's probably all we need. Parts. We're just gonna be using these things, I think. So we're gonna just use large cargos, I believe, even though they're not efficient for space right now. I'm assuming they eventually will be properly balanced. So we'll do that. Cargo or conveyor stuff. We'll probably want sorters. So each cargo container will only hold 1 item. And there might be multiple cargo containers per item. I'd like to maybe set it up so we could have an LCD panel at each one that could maybe display how much is in the cargoes at a quick glance. And then we could probably have that info somewhere else as well. And we'll probably have an interior light maybe as well as a colored indicator of some kind for future use, either probably via programming where we could change the color of the light to indicate something of importance. I don't know, like it's almost empty, it turns red, it's full, it's blue, it's partial, it's green, it's low, it's yellow, kind of thing. Who knows? And then eventually I'd like to set it up so we have assemblers that will automatically fill this stuff up, and then probably have assemblers to disassemble stuff too. So if it gets to the point where oh crap, what did I say about those? All right, when it gets to the point where we have too much of something, right, from like grinding down cargo ships, why don't we actually just make a new station? That way we're not working off that weird pivot point. Not that it probably really matters. We could also make it off of... Do we want to do that? We could make it off of Tugger too. Yeah, we can pick it up if we need to move it around. All right. But yeah, once we're grinding stuff down, if we ever want to basically disassemble everything that won't fit into our cargo, we can do that. Okay, component-wise... Oops. What do you mean I don't have an assembler built onto my person? That is foolish. I want one. Okay, so here are their part list. Do we want one for each thing? I don't think we want one for ammo. At least not magazines. And probably... I think all the missile stuff. Yeah, maybe we'll keep it to parts. So I don't think you use a missile in any kind of build, do you? I don't think so. Like it never tells you to weld in a missile container. Yeah, pretty sure. But otherwise we'll have some. Some of them we don't need like a full cargo either, but I think we'll give ourselves a full cargo, like radio components, detector components, gravity. We don't want a full cargo all the way full. But we want some. Same with medical components, explosives. Maybe we'll get into using those. Okay. Yeah. I didn't count. I went in there to count. Didn't count. Oh, I still don't have an assembler built into my body. One day. Alright. So, this list, -2, 3. We don't want that either. That's ammo. So, -3, so 5 rows of 4, 20. Did I do that right? Am I an idiot? No, 20 is good. So we need it. Wow, that's a lot. Okay, we're going to have them all orientated up. Okay, new plan. Setting it up over there is a bad idea. Mainly because I can't size it based off of maybe where it would go. And I think if we put it somewhere, it'll be kind of like opposite the repair bay. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just going to set up over here, and then I'll put the 10 down. So that's 10. We could do it like a double-decker instead and have 5 and 5. That might be a better idea. So do something like that instead. And then we just have 2, 3, 4, 5. And then if one of them we want more cargo, maybe we should... could go down or we could go back. If we go back, which might be better if we go back, we should oh, another thing, we shouldn't have these right next to each other. We should have one space. Okay, let me try something. Okay, after changing my mind a few times, I'm thinking maybe this. So I turned it. I was gonna have 2 rows, double-decker, one on top of each other, separated, but then if we do make this into a ship, it might be better if it's balanced more, kind of like this. So left side, right side, and that would make a better ship, or it might fit in better than if it's just a long rectangle of some kind. So if we want more cargo for like steel plates and interior plates, construction components probably, not sure what else, we can. We don't need to have more, and they're hidden behind. So from the front, I think it'll look the same. And if we want to add in more stuff, we could add it in at the back here. We could keep going. So we could make it longer if we want to add in those other parts. This is only 10 parts, I'm noticing. Oops. So we'd have to go another 5, or we do a double-decker as well. That might be better for space efficiency, is just to go up again. There, I wonder... So we want to keep in mind, if we do want to do LCDs and stuff, we would want them to go somewhere, probably on the cargo or near it. I can't tell which way's up. It won't mount there, but we could mount it right here. So if we do that, we want to keep that in mind, or we cover the hatch, but that's probably not a good idea. This will probably be where we can come and manually get stuff too. So we want to keep the hatch available. We could put it below. The below might work if we had a floor of some kind right there, or some kind of ledge for it to fit on, like that. Not the greatest maybe, but we could probably do one of the other armor blocks. That's a little less, something like that. So that could be in front, or we could do the opposite and have that above. I think the LCD would look better above, personally. So something like that. Which page is everything on? Oh god, losing it. Something like that. Get rid of you. And then if we did another row up, it could go slightly forward by 1 block. And then maybe the same thing. An LCD at the top. Would that still be legible up there? Probably would be. And then for a light, if we wanted that light, we could possibly put the light right there. No, we couldn't. Where would we put the light? The light we could put on the thing itself. I was thinking like it would be pointing down. Not sure on the light. Okay, what else we got to figure out? So sorting should be pretty straightforward, but I think we got to wrap this up. I think we're out of time. But yeah, we'll put sorters. Probably not like that, because that wouldn't work, unless that's just the in and there's an out somewhere else. But we'll probably set it up, I guess. I'll give this some thought, and you guys give suggestions if you think there's some ways we can improve the layout of all this, or how to put it all together. But we could do something like that. And then we do one going that way, one going this way, in and out. Or we don't even need the out. Do we need a filter there? Yeah, otherwise it could just loop. Or it can go up that way. Yeah. So we need 2 filters per cargo. We'll probably rotate that so it's all in line. And then we just pipe it all together. And I guess that's about it. And if we want to build in some assembler type stuff, I think we could leave some space maybe above. I don't know. Okay, give me your thoughts. What you think of this layout. Should we do it like that with double decker? Should I just elongate it and make it go out further? If it goes out too far, it might not fit in the ship. Let's take a look up top. And then where can we put that light? Is that any further out than the repair bay? And this could be moved in this way. Could use that as a guide. Yeah, we probably don't want to go out another 5. So we'll probably do a double-decker unless you guys have some other thoughts. So yeah, where can we do the light, LCD, all that stuff? Good to go, I think. I'm sure there's lots of things I forgot to say. And I'll forget to say them next time, too. Until then, bye-bye.